You are welcome back. For so far so good, from this our SFM lectures, we just conclude capital budgeting aspects, which span through almost 5 chapters from our icon park. But taking us back now, don't forget when we discuss chapter 16 from our park, which we call financing the project. Which we call what? Financing the project. That's where we start before we come to the capital budgeting. And I said that when you are about to embark on the project sometimes will change your capital structure. That is, it can move you from one level of gearing to another level of gearing. That is the way you are going to finance the project. And I remember we were able to discuss the method of financing, the theory of financing the project. We said we have how many theories? 4 theories. We have static change-up theories, banking order theories, market timing theories, and what? Agency theories. We discussed those theories line by line. If you have forgotten that, go back to your park, look at it, and if you like, you can go back to our video. I think we have it in our video, financing projects. You can go back to the video and review it, our financing projects. And we review M&M theory from this part also, from this chapter 2, with Uganda and Amelia. We look at the without task and what? And with of task. And we also look at how you can change from one level of gearing to another level of gearing. In most importantly, how to determine the cost of capital that you will need to evaluate your project. We have just done capital projecting, which cost of capital is very, very key to the evaluation. So if you want to determine how you have to determine a new cost of capital where your financing structure has changed, then you have to pass through financing project theory. That is, in most cases, M&M theory. But there was a section that we skipped at that time, which is in page 4, is that correct? In page 4, what? In page, the section that we skipped last time,
444.
page 444, yeah, which we call adjusted present value method. What do I call it?
Adjusted present value method.
So today, we are going to look at that aspect. I skipped this section then because I said you cannot understand this section without having the good understanding of the capital budgeting theory. So we adjusted present value, which we call APV. Don't forget, we said that we have different methods of evaluating a project. We have MPV method, right, Abi? Look at our class. We have IRR, Abi. We have a discounted payback period. We have what? The modified internal rate of return, which we have what? We have gone through from our part, line by line. So today now, another method that we always adopt when you are evaluating a project is what we call adjusted present value method, which I call APV. Question? Yeah, speak louder and fast.
Sorry. Sir, the place where we said we will start from is revenue sensitivity.
Which revenue sensitivity? From where?
For APV.
Okay, don't worry. I will say that one later. So I will say that. Thank you for the correction. I'm just saying now. Even my markings. Don't worry. So the point now is APV is another method that we are going to look at when we are trying to evaluate a project. Then what is APV method, and at what point do we use APV? Am I talking now? Because you must determine, you must know when and how to use APV method to evaluate your project. So let's quickly look at it now. What's APV and what are the when and how do we use it? Introduction to APV method. The most common method for a company to evaluate a proposed capital expenditure is to discount the expected future cash flows of the project at the what? At the WACC. At the what? Because you will discount them with your WACC, which will be back as the cost of what? Cost of what? Capital. I mean, all the cash flow of the project, we will discount it with the WACC. And don't forget we said that the company WACC, the existing WACC, the existing company's WACC can be used to evaluate a project, right, Abi? Or we should look for another WACC. If I may ask, At what point, I'll be asking you say one over again. At what point can you use the existing work to evaluate the project? At what point can you use existing work to evaluate the project? Yeah, those are so sorry. Yeah, this was okay.
When the financing of the existing one is 70, the one.
Yes. If the finance means if the project will cost you 2 million naira, and the way you are going to finance this project with equity and debt, the way you are going to finance it now, the way you are going to finance this 2 million naira, either you are going to use now the mix of financing will not change or will not affect the existing mix of the company capital structure. In that case, you can use the existing one. Number 2 reason and number 2 condition.
When the size of the project
Is relatively small.
If the size of the project is relatively small compared to the size of the company at large, yes, another point. Yes, that's what I'm going. If the business risk of the project is the same with the business risk of the company, then you can use the existing work. We now say that you must look for a new work. A new work, Abi, am I on the place? You must look for a new work. If all those conditions are not there, one, if the finance means of the project will change, if the journey, if the financial risk will change, Abi, if the financial risk of the project will change after the project, that is, their journey level work is changing. As though the way you are going to base your structure, which will affect financial risk. And number 2, we say, if the project is very large, Abi, if the project is very large compared to the size of the company, Abi, and if the business risk is what? Is also changing, right? Then you look for a new work. But don't forget, there are basically 2 approaches of looking for work. I'm trying to call your attention to what we have done with financing structure. We are saying that okay, if at all, if you are looking for new work, now, let us assume now the finance mix has changed, the financial journey has changed, the business risk has changed, Abi, and the project is very large compared to the size of the company, everything is there. Then now looking for the new one. Look for the new one. There are 2 basic approaches that we normally use. Look for the new one. Now, there are people, if the business risk remain the same, the business risk remain the same now. Am I talking please?
Yeah.
But your financial risk it has changed. Look at it though. The business risk of the company remain the same. That is, after you accept the projects, your business risk still remain the same. In that case, but your financial risk as well has changed because the project has changed your journey. Acceptance of the project as well has changed your financial journey. That means your business as well has changed, your financial risk has changed. In this kind of circumstances, this one level, right?
Yeah.
Another level is this. If you are looking for new work, and your business risk has changed. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, for me, right? I'm this question is a question, no. I'm not explaining how to give you a question. Now, if your business risk has changed, likewise, your business risk has changed. Likewise, your financial risk has also what? Has also changed. Now, notice a 2 different scenario now, right? Here, your business risk remain the same, but your financial risk has changed, right? But here, your business risk has changed, but your financial risk has also changed. Now, under these circumstances, what are the procedures and steps that you must follow in determining your new work? Mary, let me give you that of the did you? Yeah, what's it? If your business risk remain the same, but your financial risk has changed, what are the procedure and steps that you must follow in achieving your new work? So it's okay.
Business still remain the same.
I do be not be better.
If the side
You are looking for new work. Forget about it. I said all the conditions are against you. You must look for new work. Just tell me the procedures and steps that you must follow in determining the new work. That would like a miri to it. Why is it okay? She knows something. We have a voice. You as soon as possible. Mercy. Under this condition, what are the procedures you must follow to get your new work? Exactly. There's no new work. You saw that. You saw that. We can't give you the condition here. The procedure. Àbá àgbóyún sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi èpè yín máa wọlé. Àbá àgbóyún sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ dáàbì mo gbọ́ yín o.
We first of all establish the structure of that business.
God bless you. The first thing you do is to get the original level of gearing of the company. Abi, you must know their equity, abi, and their what, and their debt. You will get it like this. Abi, based on what? On market value basis. That's what you do. The original level of that company itself, presently before the project, kí ni level where their equity and their other people come by say mo ń dààmú class tí mo ń sweat. Now, sir, I'm with you. Once you have done this, what's the next step?
To establish the new one that we are doing. That is, we are going to gear.
Okay. I think everybody I'll do about also. Let me not help our ministry. The first thing you have done is, Abi, at this point now, you must establish everything about this company. Their current cost of equity of the jet, Abi, their current cost of debt, Abi, their current value of the jet company, and their current what? Their current work of the jet company. These are the current level, everything. Or if possible, they are better to of the jet company. Now, with this one now, you will now ungear everything. You what? You will ungear all this structure. So right now, if you ungear step 2 now, this step 2 now, this step 1, this step 2. You will ungear all this structure. So technically, you are going to get what? If anyone you are passing through, you get all of the beauty of ungear, Abi. You will get the value of ungear, Abi. You will get your work, the work of ungear, and probably you can get your work, the better asset, Abi. That's better bit of ungear. So you will now take this structure now, this ungear, you will now determine your new level of gearing. So now, next step 3 now. Your step 3 now, you now be estimate the new level, Abi, the new level of gearing after the project. And I said, sometimes this new level is function of 3 things. So man, the big after you want to re-gear now. You want to re-gear all this structure at this level. That you will be getting Cost of equity of a year at what? This level now. Cost of equity of a year. You want to get the value of a year at this level. You want to get your work of year at that level. Then you want to get your work. But it depends on what I do. But what I'm looking for is provide this work is this. And I said this level of journey is a function of how many things? 3 things. Number one, the first is that the mix of the project. Number four, the way you want to mix the project, the structure of the project itself, because the number four, whether you have 2 million project, 50% for equity, 50% of debt. That is the structure that you use here. But if that was not good to you, the structure of the company after the project, number four, that's what I'm going to use. But number four, then you use the structure before the project. That, although in most cases they will give you that one in the future. So now this is what we have. So this is the work now that you need to work to evaluate the project. That's the new one. But in this scenario now, when the business risk has changed, am I talking now? And the financial risk has also changed. That's when you look for a proxy company. Look for a what?
Proxy
So the step one here is to identify proxy company. So that proxy company, so it's like that person now will have represented this level. Abi, so what you have done here, you ungear it first, Abi, to this, Abi, you now regear also to this level. That is the scenario that we are facing. So when I say that, if you don't want to, anytime now, instead of doing something like this, we are going to APV, Abi. So from this place now, the moment the business risk has changed, and financial risk has changed, if you don't want to pass through all this scenario, then you can use what? APV. I think by now you know the scenario now. Get the proxy company Abi, unjar the proxy company and what? And now the GR Abi, and now put your NPV based on your work. But if you don't want to follow this process, although please, APV is always used also when the business risk has changed. At the same time, financial risk has also what? Has also changed. Either you use a risk adjusted cost of capital. You know okay?
Risk adjusted cost of capital.
Abi, they have risk adjusted cost of capital. Kilo good is more than okay. When you have to do too much. Like we say for whatever we do, it's okay. About the credit market, now this procedure, hello, that beginning, risk adjusted cost of capital. Tó máa ń tí ní ara last week, bàtà tó tàwọn sọ̀rọ̀ risk and uncertainty ti múlẹ̀ látọ̀ bá uncertainty equivalent. Àbí àgbẹ̀ you can either bring your cash flow to risk-free cash flow àbí and discount with what? With risk-free cost of capital. Or you use the risk adjusted capital to discount the risky cash flow. We talk about that in this recent class. Abi, so this procedure that's CBP. So you are trying to adjust your cost capital for what? For the risk. That's why you get the proxy company. You unjar it. Abi, once you unjar it, you now be jarred at the new level of jarring of that company. So if you want to pass through this method, then you can pass through what? APV method. Now, I've said earlier that is another method I will use in determining your capital project. So let's go straight now, line by line. I'm reading now for the top paragraph. I'm seeing page 444, APV, section 5. An alternative method. Are we there?
Yes.
Alternative method approach to calculate investment appraisal is the what? Is the adjusted present value method. APV method, APV method may be used. Hello, maybe what?
Maybe used
when a business entity is considering an investment in a project that will have a different business risk. A what?
different business risk.
And what? A different what? Financial risk. So APV method is used when the business risk is changing and what? And financial risk is also what? Also changing. From its current operation, for example, a business entity might wish to evaluate an investment in a different industry or a different market, raise a new capital to finance the project. a company may want to embark on a new process that we have to go and raise a new capital. By raising a new capital, what happened to your structure? What happened to your structure? You change. Then by going to a new industry, what happened to your risk? Business risk also change. So when we pay, both your business risk is changing and your work, financial risk also changing. Am I communicating now? Am I communicating now? Now look at the next line. The APV method is an alternative to calculate a new cost of equity like this. Abi, that's what we will Abi, that get the structure on there, read there, and then you work. So if you want to pass through this stress, then what do you go through? You go through what? APV. So every method is an alternative to calculate a new cost of equity and a new one. For example, using the M&M theory or the asset beta formula. In summary now, your decision rule, a decision rule for APV method is as follows. A project is financially viable and should be undertaken if the adjusted present value APV is positive. Is what?
It's positive.
If it's what?
It's positive.
So if your APV is positive, what do? You accept. Let me pause. So looking at this now, we said APV, once it's positive, what do? You accept it now. How do you compute your APV now? APV is the summation. Your APV adjusted present value. That is APV is equal to the summation of these items. One, base case NPV. Okay. Base case NPV. Like this. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now the question is, give it to more base case NPV. What is the meaning? We are coming there. Then, after you have completed your base case NPV now, you will now either plus or minus the financing effects. Okay? Financing effects. Because this project, you are going to finance it. And what will be the effects of your financing method that you adopt? In most cases, you will adopt equity and debt to finance the project. What is now the effect of those, the way you finance it, which will affect this your business now? Number one is the PV of tax savings. Sorry, the PV of EU cost, right? Let's start from that area. The EU cost. Now, what are you at this stage? That's number one, no, finance event now. Please look at me, oh. I say plus or minus finance event abi. Number one is PV of EU cost. It will be negative effect. What are you at this EU cost? When you want to raise funds, what we say, finance event abi, the way you finance the project abi. When you want to finance the project, you have to raise a fund abi. Either you go and borrow the money or you raise equity. Abi, am I talking now?
Yes, sir.
In the attempt to do that, there are some costs that you are going to incur. Abi, not for nothing. Yàwó báńkì ni wàá sanwó processing fee. Abi, wàá the maintenance fee. Abi, if you have to raise equity, you have to do some advert, placement in stock exchange. Abi, all those costs that you are issue, na pay the issue cost. Then their present value. Are we together? Na pay the PV of issue cost. Papi, keep that your phone. I be not money you after all that 6 PM. Now, so the PV of this EU cost is this, Abi. You look for it. There are other finance effects. Then sometimes the if you raise funds, Abi, you will be paying interest on it. Am I talking now?
Yes, sir.
Abi, and those interests will always be available for tax as an expenses. Am I communicating now?
Yes, sir.
So those interests, you are saving tax on it. So that means you have to look for the PV of those tax savings or that interest. Hello? PV of tax savings on interest. Tax savings on the interest on the loan that you borrow. Then, now don't forget, once when you are saving tax, you know, say, when you are saving tax, what that is an inflow, abi? So that's an income. Because that I put it as a plus now. The U cost is an expense, abi? It's an outflow. You are saving now. Then, from your part, there's a particular item that is not include, which I'm going to include in number 3. Then, PV of tax savings on subsidized loan of the subsidized loan, or let me say PV of a subsidized loan. Let me say like this, PV of interest saved. Let me like that, interest saved on subsidized loan. Now, what do I mean by subsidized loan? So in some sector, government are very interested in that sector. Okay? And they are ready to give out a loan. If, for example, now if you are going for an agricultural loan now, you want to embark on a project that's agric. If the bank are giving the interest of 26%, CBN can give out agricultural loan at 1 digit, like say 9%. Now, OBP, government have subsidized the loan. Although, once you cannot your subsidy, only want your subsidy. But once you are lórí so now, if the government is giving now, which CBN is not giving out at 9%, to a commercial bank, a lower than 26%. But now the CBN has given out 50% down. That means you have what? You have same interest of how much? 50%. This is subsidized interest. So that PV now, what can we PV? Say it's only that's how the interest, P of it. So PV of interest savings on subsidized loan. Then you have this. So by the time you now put all this together, your basic NPV plus all your finance effects, which are PV of new cost, PV of tax savings on interest, and PV of interest savings on subsidized loan. By the time you put everything together, you have your what? APV. And we said, once this is positive, you accept the project. And once it's negative, what do you do? You reject the project. Come together.
Yes, sir.
To calculate the NPV of a project, we must therefore calculate 3 amounts. The base case NPV is, once you take it here, to calculate base case, to calculate APV, NPV. To calculate the APV of the project, we must therefore calculate the 3 amounts of the base case NPV, PV of other costs, and PV of the tax relief on interest. Then let's start out with the base case NPV. So we want to pick each of the variable now, one after the other. So we are going for where? Base case NPV. What is base case NPV? By now, in this class now, I assume, and I'm stating my assumptions, that everyone in this class know how to calculate NPV. How to calculate what?
MPV.
But the NPV that we have been calculating all this while, tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe NPV inú orí kò ṣe ara fẹ́ wọlé kí ni kó lọ kàwé dáadáa you read your manual practice very very well tó bá yé ẹ go back to the video look at the video bá yẹ ṣe class yẹn wà á tún kí ni you understand it better. That's my purpose of recording video this time around so that it will enhance our work, our revision. Like it's okay, ẹlòmíì tó bá wo fíìmù bá mi ẹlòmíì tó bá wo fíìmù. So now, so let's start with the first variable now. What variable is what? Base case what? NPV. Now on a good day, forget about this one now. Our normal NPV. Hello?
Hi.
Our normal NPV. Now, that's joy. When you bring all your capital together, let's assume now, year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3. Let's assume now your net cash flow is 5,000 negative 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. then you will discount this. Okay, I'm trying to tell us now difference between base case, NPV, and what I have been doing before. Now, again, no matter once you have these cash flows, then you have your DCL, that is your cost of capital. The cost of capital that we are using here is always the WACC of a GL company. I'm having discounted because once the company is GL, then you'll be talking about what? The WACC of a GL company. So our normal NPV before, except if the company is on GL, except is what?
The company is on GL.
That's when you can use WACC of GL to discount these NPVs. So our normal NPV is based on the assumptions that the WACC you need to discount the project's cash flow must be what? WACC of a GL company. Except if the company is what? Is on GL. That's why you have what? WACC of a GL company, or from GL company to discount it. But coming to the base case now, coming to the base case NPV. Base case NPV is saying that no, in my own case, anytime, any day that you want to discount my own cash flow, you must discount my cash flow using what? Using WACC of what? Of on GL. Using WACC what? Of on GL. Am I talking now? Hope you are doing now. For the normal NPV, anytime, any day, except otherwise stated that the company is on GL company, you must use the WACC of a GL company to discount the what? The NPV, the cash flows rather. But for the case of a base case NPV now, for the base case now, you must use what? At any time, what do I be using? For the challenges. So what am I saying this? Base case NPV is computed on the assumptions on what?
On the assumption
that the company is financed entirely by equity. Hello? Should I say it again?
Yes.
Base case NPV is computed on the assumption that the NPV is computing as if the company is on GL company. Is what?
Yes.
So what a company is on GL, what are you looking for? WACC of what? Of on GL. So you compute your NPV assuming the company is what? Is on GL company. Base case NPV. Now look at it now. But nobody will give you a bonus that say the WACC of on GL is 10% no. That means by the time you want to compute your base NPV, you must be looking for what? WACC of on GL company. You know what?
WACC of on GL company.
You want to know get here. You are the one who know how to get it. You are the one that know the technique that you are going to use. We have discussed all the techniques under the financing project. How you can GR, how you can GR, but I'm going to say it now here again, a little bit now. So the moment you are looking for basic NPV, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Don't forget, my God, don't do what?
Don't forget.
The business is what? Is changing. Abi now, that's why we are using APV. So, and we said, when a business is changing, where are you starting from? Proceed company. Am I talking now? So, also in this case now, the moment you want to embark on a project and you are to use APV method, the first thing that comes to your mind is that the business is changing. That's why you are using APV. Then you look for a what? Proceed company. And the way to get the proceed company now, you have to get a proceed company. So the way to get a proceed company, what am I looking for? Base case NPV, with the one people work upon here. Abi?
Yeah.
I don't know why they, but I have to pass through proceed company techniques. How do you do proceed company? You will get their structure right, Abi? Am I talking?
Yeah.
Meaning, are you together with me? Okay. Then you will get the equity of the proceed company. Am I talking?
Yes, sir.
You will get the beta
Okay.
of the proceed company will be beta equity. So let me do like this. Thank you. You get the beta, so you get this, Abi. That will be the value of the GL company of that proceed company, right?
Yeah.
And automatically, based on the question, they can give you the beta equity of the proceed company. All right, Abi?
Yeah.
Am I talking?
Yes, sir.
They can give you the cost of equity of a share of the deposit company, right, Abi? They can also give you the work of share of the deposit company. Any of that point, do a problem. Probably the cost of debt of the deposit company. Abi?
Yes, sir.
Now, the first thing you need, if you are passing through this better, it's supposed to be the sell. So now, so that way, we don't frame monitor is the better equity of the jet company. But what do we do to get our new one? What do we do first?
Turn the better equity of jet to better equity of non-jet.
So you will unjar this, Abi, unjar the better equity of the jet company to what? The better asset, Abi, by applying your formula, M&M position. Those things. What's the formula again? Better assets. So okay, we go. Better equity of the jet company
Debt
times what?
times debt, equity over debt.
Times equity over
Equity plus debt.
two of them.
Equity plus
Debt
debt.
Postars.
E plus D
Postars Abi.
plus.
That's the other faction Abi. No. Or that's whether you have to be careful. The better of debt. But one friend after always confirm that the better of debt is zero. Before you say you are using one or the good enough to be what? Plus what? Better of debt Abi times what? Debt over equity plus debt post-tax over equity like this.
Yes.
No. Is it like this or like this? Any post-tax dey dey right? It's baby here now. It's not baby here.
For equity of jet.
For equity of jet is under, no, for this one, equity of jet is under it. It's under debt. It's with debt. It's not
Eh,
a
under no.
What that means is now. So with this now, that is if the better of debt is available, Abi. But once it's zero, let me say it's what?
Zero.
Now see, now you have bought your better asset, Abi,
Yeah.
based on this formula. Now we are using APV. We are using what?
APV.
Assuming if you are doing normal NPV, if you are doing normal NPV now, you will take this better asset, you will redeem it to the company new level, Abi, to get your better equity. And you now apply that on what? On capping. Abi normally,
Yes,
just
sir.
things are winning. What if it's normal company now, normal NPV now? You will get the best company, what if your pass is better? You will unjam the better assets first. You will now redeem at the new level of charge of the company, you will get another better equity of the dear company. Abi, then you apply it on what? On capital asset pricing model, Abi, to get your cost of equity of the dear company. You will apply on what? On WACC to get your WACC of the dear company. This is the WACC that will allow you to compute your NPV. Am I talking now?
Yes.
That's if you are using normal NPV. But in this case, what are we looking for? We are using APV, Abi. And I said your APV is computed based on the fact that the company's work is on change. So in that case, you went to put your processing company, you went to put your processing company, you will get gas. What do you have? Better asset. You don't need to get this in because what are you looking for? You are looking for the what? On chair. So just apply this one straight away. On what? On capping. So once you apply on capping, you don't get paid, you are getting cost of equity of OGI. And don't forget, cost of OGI is going to what? WACC of OGI. So this is the WACC that you must use to discount your base case NPV. That's it. Go to the normal NPV here. Am I talking now? For base case NPV, you assume that what? That the project is what? All equity financed. And what do we need? You need what? work on jet company. What do you do first? Get the proceed company, abi? Now on a good day, try pay one for any better to for late. No matter. Just on GI, so I get to just get straight to your straight away. But I don't know for what do you do on GI? That's all. But in most cases, they will give you this or this, they will give you what? This. So why is it why you share that? So probably you have to work on GI first and what? And you know the funniest thing, some question, oh funny, they will tell you that the post company itself is on GI. You go to one again, not for you. I'm doing my message now. Sometimes they will tell you, post company again, and the post company fire is what? It's on GI company. Don't be paid. The better company is what? Better assets. So you need to on GI this again. No, just pick on what? On capital so the way then you get your code of GI. Am I talking now? Let's materialize it now. Basically, APV. So I've explained almost every type of base case now. Let's try to practicalize and compute our base case APV. Yeah, let's get the question. You got the question. Okay, question. Want to go to OT. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now base case APV example now, page 445. The company operating in the insurance industry is considering whether to diversify by investing in a project in the transport industry. Can you imagine now? Where are you before? Insurance. Where are you going?
Transport.
What happened to your business risk? It's changing. The company has a gearing ratio of 30% and the 30% of debt and 70% of equity, and its equity beta is 0.940. Its debt capital is risk-free. The transport industry has an average equity beta of 1.362, and the firm in the transport industry on average have a gearing of 40% of debt and 60% of equity. The risk-free rate of return is 5.3%, and the expected market return is 8.3%. The rate of taxation on profit is 23%. The cash flows of the project after tax would be as follows: year 0, 600,000; year 1 to 3, 250,000. You are required. Calculate the base case NPV. Calculate the what? No, don't forget. We said that the company is an insurance company, abi, below law, transport, abi, automatically the business risk is changing. Please don't always get confused. The question will always give you the existing structure of the company itself. Not to get confused. They will also give you the proxy company. But since the business risk is changing, what's our headache? The proxy company now, abi. So let's get the proxy company now. The proxy company. Now with transport, abi. Transport industry now. For the question, we were told that the structure of this company is always like this: equity and debt, abi.
Yeah.
What is the equity of that industry? 60, abi.
Yeah.
The debt
40%.
Everything is what? 100. And the only thing they give us here is what? Better equity, abi. So they give us the better equity. If I may ask now, this better equity is it for GIA or on GIA? Is there why? The company is there itself. So that better equity of what? The GIA company. You know by the way?
1.362.
1.362. That's better equity. Aside that, did they give us any better for this company again? No. This is all they give to us. Please, what are we calculating? Base case NPV. This is what I can calculate. Kí ló ṣe kàtá yóò ti lọ ni pẹ̀lẹ́ yóò máa ní kí n fẹ́ lókun kàtá báyìí bọ̀dọ̀ òdì fẹ́ lò. Can we together? Okay. Now we are looking for base case NPV. To calculate our base case NPV, you must calculate the work of a jet company that you need to discount the NPV. And it's very easy. This is our proceed, right?
Yes, sir.
What you need to do on GR this better equity to what? Better asset. Using your better M&M position of better, abi?
Yes, sir.
Once again, on GR now, on GR, the better equity of the GR company of the proceed company, and we too. Who was that man? You know, but somebody maybe they will give you the structure of the company itself. Don't get confused with that. But you there, those information is for who? It's for the company itself. You just come here far and here. Oh, need them. Because the business as well has changed. What you need is what? Is for the proceed company. So with that. So our formula again. Better asset, abi, is what the word? Better equity of the GR company times what? Equity over equity plus debt. We'll start, abi. Don't forget that better of debt is not what? It's not available. Abi?
Yes, sir.
It's not available. So with that, let's now introduce our information now. Better asset now. Equity. Now what, abi?
No.
So we have equity rather
362
1.362 times equity 60 over 60 plus 40. So our tax rate for the proceed company.
23.
That will be 1 minus 2.23. We are looking for our better assets. That will 0.9, that is 0.9. Our better assets. Hello.
Hi.
What are we looking for? We are going to complete our base case NPV.
Yes.
So base case NPV, what you need is what? Is a WAP of Ontia. Since you have a better asset of Ontia, what you do next? Apply for your campaign to get your pot of equity of Ontia. So look at that now. Our cost of equity of Ontia company. That is cost of equity of Ontia company using capital asset pricing model. So we have cost of equity that we have return on security, risk free, plus better return on market and as the risk free. So what our risk progression?
5.3.
5.3, and our better has been computed to be how much? 0.9. Return on market?
8.3.
8.3. That's what?
5.3.
5.3. That will be how much? 8%. Don't forget, this is the cost of equity of Nigeria. Automatically, and don't forget, your cost of equity of Nigeria is going to what? The WACC of Nigeria. Not what now?
8%.
So the WACC that we use to discount our NPV now is what? Is 8%. So let's compute our NPV now. Our base case NPV now, let me use that side. Our base case NPV now will now be our base case NPV. For the question, what are the relevant cash flow that we have there? Our base case NPV. We have cash flows. Yes. Yeah, zero. Yeah, zero is the outlay, abi. Elaborate 600,000, abi. Then you are 1 to 3. Our cash flows. The long way 250,000. So therefore, our DCL, how many now? 8%. That's our what? WACC for J company. That would be what? 1. Our PVs will be 600,000. We are 8% for year 1 to 3. We go 2.5771. We have
644 275.
644
275.
275.
44 275.
44
275.
275. 44 275. That's our base case NPV. Now, what you have done in the last section is how to compute our base case NPV. So we want to go ahead again now and try to look at other variables. For base case NPV now, be that one. Our submission is that when you are to put your base case NPV, you must use what? You must use WACC upon GL companies. Am I talking now?
Yes, sir.
To discount it. Now let's now go to the finance effect. The first thing you have to talk about now is what? PV of the cost. Issue cost now. Let's start. Exactly now. PV of other costs. Other costs are the costs arising as a consequence of the project, but not directly related to the project cash flow alone. Above. Other costs, most especially the EU cost, are costs that arise as a direct consequence of your decision of investment, but they are not from the cash flow of the project. For example, now you want to embark on a project, you now incur a cost. That cost you incur is not from the project cash flow, but it's from a decision that you took to embark on the project to go and borrow the money. You have to be to buy the project. Will you borrow money? Will you pay the due cost? No. So it's just a cost arise as a direct consequence of your decision to invest in the project. And those costs also, APV will factor all those costs in. The balance sheet normal APV. If you borrow money and you are paying interest or you are paying cost, will it be relevant to the project? No. But APV now is bringing those things down. So if you want to consider all those financing effects as a result of what of the project that you are doing. So now, other costs are those costs arising as a consequence of the project, but not directly related to the project cash flow. Typically, these costs include the cost of raising new equity to finance the project or the cost of obtaining debt. In fact, I call it what? PV of what? Issuing cost or issue cost. Now, issue cost, and I have to understand now. Let me put it there. PV of issuing cost. It could be issue cost on equity or issue cost on what? On debt. Because these are the major two types of finance that you are doing. Either below equity or below debt. And in raising equity, you may incur some cost. In raising debt, you also incur some cost. Now, sometimes this EU cost may be allowed for tax. Maybe what?
Allowed for tax.
It may be allowed for tax. It may be allowed for taxation. Now, the moment it is allowed for tax, only there will be what? There will be tax savings. There will be what?
Tax savings.
Now, you are paying a cost, and because of that, you were able to save tax. That means there's a cost and there's a benefit of it. Your PV will be what? On the net benefit of it. Net cost rather. Net cost. There's a cost and there's a what? There's a benefit of it. What is relevant as what? Is the net cost. So now you have to subtract the PV of the cost and the PV of what? Tax savings. This is the balance that you use as what? As your PV of EU cost. Don't forget, you are looking for PV. What are you looking for? PV. Now, EU costs might be an allowable expenses for tax purpose. When they are tax allowable, the PV of EU cost must allow for the reduction in tax payment that will occur. The PV of EU cost is therefore the net of the present value of tax relief on the EU cost. Now, the benefit that the net that you have to now. Unless you are giving other information, you should assume unless, please, I want to understand this point very carefully so that I don't make mistakes. Unless you are giving other information, you should assume that the PV of other costs, that issue cost, is calculated using the risk-free cost of capital as a what? Discount rate. When you want to discount, what are you looking for? PV you have to discount with a DCL. So all what you must use Except otherwise stated. Except what?
Otherwise
You
stated.
use what? Risk free
Risk free.
to discount it. What do you use?
Risk free.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, examination is ibi gan tí ọ̀dẹ̀ máa ń wà nílé yìí o. Mo pé àwọn tó máa ń tọ́jú ẹ kékeré nígbà tí mo ṣe tọ́jú ẹ kékeré. Ẹgbẹ́ òjò á fi ẹ̀yìn lẹ́ máa fi àmà bíi tiwa ẹ̀yìn àfisúrò ẹ̀dọ̀ wà tọ́ àṣírí àfisí. O tọ́ dẹ. Okay. Wàá fi ẹ̀yìn wàá fi sórí ẹ̀dọ̀ wàá tọ̀ wàá gbé síbẹ̀ àbí tẹ́kùn yẹn bá ti dé rẹ̀ báyẹn. But a máa ń pe kàn ní eku olo alùpùpù olo the smallest rat in the world kojú ó dàgbà òkè kojú tó léwélé ẹ̀yìn lè máa pèlè olù lọ́dọ̀ wa ṣé mo ló yẹn tó bá ti dé ìdí ọdẹ akọ ó kéré wa akọ ìlú ẹ̀ sí ọdẹ yàrá sí báyìí máa àfilẹ̀ sórí fídíò máa gbẹ́ kó máa wọ̀ ó kó máa kọ́ gbọ́ so àtẹ́jú pé ọdẹ tó máa wà nínú ìlú kọ̀ tó fún ẹ̀yìn so olú yẹn láti kọ́ dẹ á fi ìlú ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ agbègbè sórí àgbègbè yẹn akọ̀wé á rí ọdẹ yẹn tó bá ti ọdẹ bá ti rí tán wá lè fi ìdòkó á sì máa dé nìyẹn tó bá ti dé ìdè òkè tó bá ti gbé yorùbá wà ní òdò ti dé bí àjẹkù ẹ̀ tán náà ọdẹ nínú ẹ̀sáàmù ni pé tó bá ti wà á farabalẹ̀ wáyé kí ni wà á rí ìlànà àbí tó bá ti rí wàá sọ̀rọ̀ fún àbáyọ̀ àmọ́ sí ìwà máa tó ṣe lọ tó bá ti rí ọdẹ yẹn tó bá ti lè diwọ́ sí tó bá yẹ àpèjì gbọ́ dáhìn ó tán nìyẹn now example it ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ. You need 10 million to finance a project.
1 million.
Okay, 1 million. Ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ. O fẹ́ lọ yá owó yìí. Let me assume now that you want to borrow this money. And what we are saying is this. Normal financial instrument or your SR or FRS, SCR, anywhere you are coming from. Any amount you need to finance a project, the moment you want to go and borrow the money and there's a need for you to pay out the cost, it must form part of the amount that you must what? Must raise. That's what I mean. So now see, if you need 1 million naira and your issue cost is 10%, please, your issue cost is not 10% of 1 million naira. No, it's not. Well, remember, I got 10% of 1 million naira. You look at the 10%, I get the other time, and you got now other time. No, you have to be very careful. Or the time here, you must be able to know how to calculate your issue cost. Remember, examination aids in your part. If a company plan to raise new capital to finance a project, it will want to raise enough capital to finance the project after paying for what? For the new cost. So if you need 1 million naira and you must be able to raise a fund that will cover the amount you need and that will also pay what? Pay the new cost. Then how do you do that? Very easy. For example, let me use the example here. For example, suppose that a company intends to issue new equity to raise how much? Okay, this 20 million naira, 20 million. Look at this. That's the amount that you need. Equity. And issue cost is what? 5% of what? Amount raised. Hello. This is not the amount that you raise. This is the amount that you want that you need. Are you doing now? So the amount needed is how much? 20 million. Am I talking, please? This is the amount needed. Then the amount raised, the amount that you raise, must be the addition of amount needed and what? And your issue cost. Am I talking, please?
Yes, sir.
Abi? Yes. That will be your amount raised. That will be amount raised. Your amount raised will be amount need plus amount raised. You get your amount needed. Am I talking now? Yes. But the question now is this: what is amount needed? You don't know yet, Abi. What is the issue cost? But you know the amount needed. But don't forget, according to the question, we were told that you are told that the amount, the EU cost is 5% of what? Amount raised. Abi? That means this one, if this one is 5%. Abi? And don't forget, this should give us this, Abi? So the money will be what? Will be 100%. Abi will be what? 95%. So with this one now, you can calculate your amount needed, anyone is looking for. By saying 20 million times 100, Abi, divided by 95, you can call multiplication, anyone you are looking for. Abi, this times this, divided by this, get amount needed. And so the amount is rather, we are just doing that. So amount raised will be 21 million 052 632. That will be the amount raised. So if you have that now, how much now your EU cost now? The difference 1 million 052 632. So that amount what? That's our EU cost. Can you see now? So in simple equation now, simply put, your amount, the EU cost, simple now, your EU cost now is equal to 20 million, Abi, divided by 95% times 5%. You forgot to get this one also, Abi.
Yeah.
We don't get it directly. Don't say this divided by 95 times 5%. Look for
1 million 05.
that will be 1 million 052 632. So anyone you are doing, but you have to be careful when you are determining the amount of your EU cost. So any of your EU cost is what you are going to use to compute your. Now let's now go to the sample now. Going to the previous sample now, EU cost now. Same question, EU cost.
Don't worry. No.
Okay. Now, example now, EU cost. Assume that in the previous example, that's the one we did in our last session under APV. Assume that in the previous example, the investment of 600,000 will be financed by 400,000 of new equity and 200,000 of new debt. EU costs are 5% of the fund raised for equity and 2% of the fund raised for debt capital. Calculate the PV of EU cost. Okay, let's go back to the next page. The risk-free cost of capital is 5.3%. The rate of valuation is 0.5%, 23%. EU costs are liable for tax purpose. You are required. Calculate the PV of the EU cost for financing the project. Assume that tax is paid in the year following the year in which the taxation profit occur. Look at that statement again. You are required. Calculate the PV of the EU cost for financing the project, assuming that tax is paid in the following year, the year in which the tax profit occur. That means 1 year in arrears. PV of EU cost. What we need to ask of ourselves now is that this EU cost, is it allowed for tax? That's the first thing. Is it allowed for tax? On the question?
Yes.
Yes. On the EU costs are what? Are allowed for tax. Please and please and please and please. In this question, we have two EU costs, right? I mean, EU cost of debt, EU cost of equity, and we're told that both of them is what? Is allowed for tax. So the question will tell you that for equity is allowed for tax, for debt it's not allowed. We right? Why the question will tell you that both are what? Allowed. Some will also tell you that both are not what? Are not allowed. So please be listening to the tone of the question very well. Is each cost allowed for tax? If yes, okay. If no, which of them is allowed? Which of them is not what? It's not allowed. You have to follow it line by line. So let's go with the question now. PV of EU cost. Now, how much do we total investment? You know what I need? Total investment. You need total 200,000. I mean, what I need remain. Out of this amount, equity. How much do we need? 400,000. Debt. 200,000. Okay. Then the EU cost. EU cost for equity 5% of the amount raised. Debt is about
2%.
So let's not calculate that EU cost for each of them now. Same principle that I have done last time. EU cost of equity. Okay. Amount needed. You I need 400,000. EU cost we don't know yet, Abi. Am I talking?
Yes, sir.
Abi, but the amount raised. You don't know it yet, Abi. Although I said amount needs, amount raised, give you what? Amount needs plus EU cost, give you what? Amount raised, Abi. And we said EU cost is how many percent? 5%. Our percentage now. So if you do it 5%, it will be what? 100%. You have really well 5%. We are just coming to our end of them now. Amount raised 421 053. So automatically you got that what? 21,053. Abi. That's our EU cost for equity. Abi. Let's go for debt now. EU cost for debt. EU cost for debt. Abi. Is it procedure? How much do we need?
200,000.
We need 200,000. The amount do we EU cost now? You don't know. Amount raised. You don't know. What is EU cost? You said it now. 2%, Abi. This will be 100. This will be what? 98. So to get our EU cost now, that will be multiplication now. This divided by this times 80. 204,082. EU cost now. 4082. And I said, in a simple mathematical sense, if you want to get it right, you can just say, to get this one, you can just say 400,000, Abi. Divided by what? 95%, Abi. 95 times what? 5%. Then you get what? 21,053, Abi.
Yes.
Or you want to get also now, it will be, how much do you need? 200,000. Divided by 98 times what? 2. What do you get?
40.
Get 4082. I want to get that one like that. Get your. So now, how we establish the fact now? Our EU cost. Don't forget the P. What are we looking for? We are looking for the present value, Abi. So the PV of EU cost. Please don't forget that the EU cost. When are you going to need it? Now, because you are going to issue it out at the beginning of the project life, Abi. Well, if you need the money now, that means because it comes to in what year 0. In total now, EU cost for equity, you don't need to
21,053.
21,053, Abi. That's year 0. For debt also, you don't need to 4082. That's our half use now.
25,135.
Okay, I want to add them together. Don't worry. Then the next thing is this. The tax savings of what they say, EU cost is a what? It's allowed for tax, right, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Am I talking now? And this can occur when you are 0, Abi. And they say the capital will now, look at it now. Tax savings on them. Tax savings. You are 0, Abi. For equity. Yeah, let's add it together. 25,135, Abi. The addition of the 2. This is what EU cost. Occur when you are 0, Abi. The tax on it. How is the tax rate?
23.
23, Abi. Just like this. So the point then.
No.
As a tax rate on it.
5,781.
5,781.05. So 23%. So this is the tax that we have saved on this EU cost. After that, this is tax that we have saved on this EU cost. And we said tax is paid when? 1 year. That means this year 0 are going to year now. Year 1. So therefore, come to the last that year 1 tax savings on EU cost. You know what I mean? 5,781.05. So EU cost, they are all what? They are all cost, Abi. And our this year, and we said we should use what? Risk free to discount them, Abi. What are risk free for the question?
5.3.
So we are using 5.3%. So our PV, don't forget, it was in their own what? They are in year 0, Abi. They are what? 1. 1, abi? So for this one, equity 1, debt 1. For this one, will be what? 0.9497. Let's now multiply them together.
5,000.
You go
5,490.90.
5,490.3.
Point three.
This one will be 21,053. This one will be 4,082. Abi, now, so therefore, the PV of the new cost square
19,644.7.
19,000.
644.7.
That will be the EU cost. So the PV of EU cost. Negative is a cost. Thank you. It's a cost. So that's the second variables. PV of EU cost. So last time in our last section of the video or of the lecture, we can read the basics of PV, have we? But now we have got that one PV of the EU cost. So next one is now the PV of the tax savings on interest. Now, PV of tax savings on interest. Let's go to the next section. Yeah, let's wait. How many minutes is it?
21.
Yeah, we can still cover it. Yeah. Let me rub the border.
Yes.
No. Where are you? Which are you now? This place? Yeah. You are snapping now.